Good morning and welcome to Monday's free racing tips video. Hope that you're all doing well and had a really good weekend. A quiet Monday on the horizon with just 2 meetings taking place from Plumpton and Wolverhampton, but that's not to say we can't have a few winners. Quiet days don't always mean unsuccessful ones, and looking forward to the action, even though it's not the best in terms of quality. Still looking forward to it, and hopefully we can have a good day. So we're in really good spirits today, and that's especially after the premium tip did the business for us yesterday. Now, the premium tip was at 7-2 when first advised to Gold members the evening before racing. And then, it was actually the morning Gold members got them yesterday. So 7-2 first thing in the morning, and then was backed into 15-8 by the off time, and actually got a really good ride, to be honest. It was a 3 mile and 2 furlong race, and it was a ride that saw the horse try and make all, but was headed a couple of times and made a couple of jumping errors, but in the end won with a fair bit in hand. And really good ride there from Peter Buchanan, I believe it was. And also the next best bet landed for Gold members, and that was at 7-2. That was at Chelmsford City, which I was actually lucky enough to be at yesterday, and I'd thoroughly recommend a trip there for those of you in and around the Chelmsford area. Really good fun, really good course, and plenty of potential for sure. So that gave Gold members actually a really good 19-1 double for the premium tip and the next best bet, and both of those were in the lucky 15 as well, which means that was just shy of doubling money. And of course the premium tip made some really good profit as well. So it was a really good Sunday for us. Hopefully more of the same today. As I say, we race from Plumpton and Wolverhampton, and we'll get straight to the premium tip to begin with, and that goes in the 305 at Plumpton. And our tip here, it's Gola Nova. That's Gola Nova, and that's currently at 2-1. Was at 9-4 last night, but has been backed fairly well, and 2-1 pretty much across the board, to be honest. A bit of a nibble in the market, and I'd expect a bit more money to come for this horse, who goes for a yard which goes really well at that track, and that yard is Gary Moore. He's a trainer that, well, Plumpton is his local course, so you'd expect him to do really well here, and he just seems to be great at placing his horses, finding the right races, and his horses just seem to enjoy running here at Plumpton, and this looks to be a really good chance for Gola Nova. Was well beaten in a better race at Sandown last time out, actually, but has been dropped a few pounds for that, and should actually enjoy being back here at Plumpton, running off the same mark as that last one as well, which is certainly a positive. And Gary Moore's chosen to put a visor on the horse for the first time, and that could just get that little extra sort of 5-10% out of him, could just help him possibly settle a little bit more, and then just focus a little bit more as well, and really take to his fences. And I think in this race, Gola Nova is certainly your best bet, and does make it as the best bet of the day. That's in the 305 at Plumpton. Right, the little earner, that goes in the 325 at Wolverhampton, and our tip here is Steel City Boy, and that's currently around about the 9-1, again pretty much across the board. Now, this 12-year-old might not be improving, to be honest. 12 years old, is a real veteran of the game, but he ran a cracking second behind the hot favourite in this one, Harwood, who's an odds-on shot, or Harwood Star I should say, and that horse is an odds-on shot, but Steel City Boy got within a length and a half of the horse on that day, and with a £5 claimer on board today, like neither of their marks are unchanged, but today we have a £5 claimer who does get on really well with this horse, so he's getting a fair bit of more weight, and £5, a £5 advantage for a 1.5 length victory. I think that could be, that could be in the favour of Steel City Boy, and an odds-on horse I wouldn't want to consider really at that price, despite being a winner without a penalty. I think that Steel City Boy makes much more of the appeal at 10-1. I think can certainly run into the places, and if that form is franked, then you'd expect Steel City Boy to get a lot closer, and he's a real veteran of the game, and he might just be able to out-battle this, I believe, Harwood Star is a 4-year-old. So I just think that that's a bit of a big price, to be honest, after getting a length and a half in the shape of a horse that seems to be a bit of a banker for many at odds on, and with an extra £5 in this horse's advantage as well. I think the horse can run a really good race and does look to be good value. Don't forget, as well as the premium tip and the little earner, we also have the Lucky 15 on the site at freeracingtips.co.uk/getlucky15, and that's got some really good potential returns. In terms of what's coming up this week, it's a bit of a quiet one, to be honest. I'm sure many of you will start looking ahead at Cheltenham a little bit more and things like that, at a bit more of the anti-post markets there, but we've got some decent races. You'll see the likes of Don Cossack hopefully on Thursday, possibly even Champagne Fever and Ballycasey. They're all entered in a race at Ireland on Thursday, and then Saturday should be a really good day with the return, fingers crossed if the weather stays decent, the return of Sprinter Sacra. But we'll get into that a little bit more as the week goes on. For now, thank you for watching Monday's video, and we'll speak to you all a little bit later on. Thank you and bye bye.